We're on.
Hi, we're the Democratic Reform Party and we're here today to discuss our 2015 election campaign. With us is Phillip Badger, our founder, our Lewisham Deptford candidate, Phillip Badger, and our key researcher, Christian. And I'm Emily Hicks, the campaign manager. So we've been campaigning today on behalf of our Open Parliament, collecting signatures in favour for this initiative. Could you tell us a little bit about the Open Parliament, Phillip?
Yeah, basically we're looking to establish a digital democracy tool where individuals from across the constituency can review the policy proposals that are taking place either with Lewisham Council or that the Labour MP will be involved with. And from that point then we allow them to discuss them further, allow them to vote on whether they agree with the policy that's in place, and also whether they want to create a different policy and allow them to establish that on that system. So really we're looking at creating a tool, a representative tool, that people can interact with their community to create policies that the community wants to see in place.
And there's been hundreds of people signing this petition over the last couple of days. So we've had massive engagement on the issue of extreme injustices, tackling extreme injustices. So, for instance, in the country at wide, there are 400,000 homeless people, hidden homeless people, estimated by charities. There are 13,000 slaves. There are a million people who, throughout the last year, have gone to food banks. There are millions of people, millions of children in poverty. There are masses of issues of extreme injustices within this country, and a lot of that is also within the local constituency as well.
Yeah, it is very much so. In particular in Lewisham there's quite a serious problem with homelessness, and we've actually been going out to local charities, local homeless charities and London-wide charities as well, trying to get an idea of what their relationship is with government policies, how they are consulted in that process, and how the government would be able to enable them to help end these extreme injustices. So we've really been working on quite a big consultation process on homelessness and on food poverty as well with Lewisham Food Bank. So we're establishing that there is a big problem, that there isn't a lot of consultation in the local constituency and in London as well. So really we've been trying to get an understanding of what we can do to solve these problems.
Yeah, I think you'll get a little disagreement from people around constituencies that there are problems.
Perhaps, but actually these are demographics that are parts of inequality in the entire constituency. And I suspect that quite a few people in the constituency would acknowledge there is quite great inequality here. So we've been trying to understand how to bridge that and how we can create a system where people can contribute, identify the local knowledge and put that together to create policies that matter to them.
I think it's key to really focus on the inequalities within our borough though. Could you talk through about issues around poverty within Lewisham?
Lewisham has been really affected by growing house prices in the last decade, have caused issues of homelessness and people who have been forced to move out of their previous residences in London and relocate to Lewisham. Lewisham is actually one of the top 5 boroughs that has had to receive people who were forced to relocate by things like the bedroom tax and welfare sanctions.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, housing is a massive issue throughout this whole election. Every party's come out with their own ideas on it, but no one's actually said, we're going to consult with the charities, we're going to consult with local people, and we're actually going to let everyone contribute their own ideas, which is...
That's precisely what the Open Parliament aims to achieve, and it's also why we've been receiving such a great number of pledges from the community, and particularly with quite a young community that is being marginalised by processes and political parties that haven't quite adopted to the modern age. I'll be frank in saying that. So we really want to try and renovate democracy to make it accessible to everyone. The Open Parliament is one way, local consultation is the other. So really we're gaining a massive understanding of how we can improve Lewisham and possibly the UK as well. So it's exciting times.
Yeah. Do you foresee that this is going to be extended, that the Open Parliament will be successful, the MP will sign on, and we can take it on to other constituencies?
I've spoken to Vicky, the Labour MP in Lewisham Deptford, and she said that local consultation is a key element, and she has been speaking to people on the door, so she is involved in that. So it is a natural progression, really, to be taking such digital tools into her working environment and actually using those to be representative of all Lewisham residents, not just Labour Party members.
Yeah.
I think it's key as well to really spread our message and publicise the importance of open parliament, because we do want an inclusive democracy and maybe get other parties to adopt this, because we need a better future for our society.
Exactly. Because at the moment a lot of people talking about digital democracy are talking about petitions, online petitions. So there's a national online petition. There are also various constituencies have got petitions. So anyone can propose a petition, and then if it gets X thousand signatures, it's something that has to be considered. The Open Parliament is something that's quite radically different, isn't it?
It is, because it actually involves policies that are already there in the local government and being worked on, and people can voice their opinions. And it's also a debating mechanism, not just a petition. So it's getting people involved in how a policy should be created, not just that a policy should be debated.
Yeah.
So it's really taking it to another level in that respect. So I think it's really an important tool for the coming years in Lewisham, and I do hope that Vicky will adopt it.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a misconception, isn't it, throughout the United Kingdom that democratic reform means proportional representation, electoral reform, but democracy is bigger than elections. Democracy is bigger than one vote once every 5 years. So it's about going further.
And actually that is kind of the key message that we've learned on this campaign through everything that we've done, is that politics doesn't stop on May the 7th.
Yeah.
So, we have to be there all the time, gaining that consultation, allowing people to participate at any time throughout the year, and the electoral process is just one step of democracy, as you say.
Yeah.
I think what's been absolutely fantastic about this campaign is that we've actually been really involved in local issues, and we've been building and maintaining I think we've built quite a lot of good, strong relationships, and that's only going to continue, because in a way we're a grassroots movement, kind of, we're the local community ourselves.
Yeah,
I know.
and the research is showing, how strongly people feel about democracy, isn't it?
Indeed, the street survey we conducted showed that 9 out of 10 people wish to have stronger democracy, and that only 2 out of 10 believed that they were well consulted.
Yeah, so it's a huge issue. It's ironic because no one's really talking about democracy. They talk about electoral reform, and even that seems to be years away. But opening up Parliament, improving relationships. According to Transparency International, 66% of Britons believe that parties are completely corrupt. There is, again, a majority that think that the media is corrupt. These are democratic issues. The lobbying industry is a democratic issue. Democracy is much bigger than people think.
Absolutely. That's why we're here.
So, I guess we can conclude.
I think so, yeah. Be on the lookout for some more campaign information over the couple of days, I think, and beyond.
And Phil will be updating you with his election diary. You can also find that on our homepage.
We might move to just a democracy diary now. I think it's more than just an election.
Okay, so thanks for watching.
Thank you very much.